Now, in its 50th volume, we bring to you the epic tale of Skeptic Seven. It's been passed down from generation to generation. It's seen wars, countless countries destroyed and rebuilt again. The tale is timeless. It sold millions of copies. And on that note, today we bring you the epic conclusion of its most epic of tales. It will be read to you by the one and only Poric, Sunday from Skeptic Seven.
So if I remember rightly, after a week of constant jeopardy and near-death experiences, the Skeptic Seven crew have survived just by the skin of their teeth and are now trying to make their way back to normality. But unfortunately, some crazy dude has appeared and Caleb is now whipping him with a t-shirt because that's what Caleb likes to do. So, we'll begin where we left off. So we're at the crazy man. There happened to be a large herd of pigs nearby, feeding on the hill, and the spirits begged him to let them go into these pigs. He gave them leave. The devils came out of the man and went into the pigs, and the herd rushed over the edge into the lake and were drowned. Hang on a second. What is this book? This isn't the epic tales of Skeptic Seven. This is the Bible! Sorry about that. So here is the epic tale of Skeptic Seven, which I was supposed to be reading to you, so I'll read that now. The flailing windmill man launched himself at Caleb. Caleb momentarily lost his balance and stepped backwards, right into a big pile of sheep dung. This caused him to fall backwards, leaving him completely defenceless against the oncoming whirlwind of arms and other assorted limbs. Just as it looked like all hope was lost for poor Caleb, he looked back to see Jared staggering away from V. He had just finished trying to explain, rather less eloquently than it was perhaps possible to do, why he'd just slapped V in the face. Anyway, back to the tale. Jared continued to stagger towards the flailing windmill man. Kieran was unfortunately engaged in a rather long and heated debate with the sheep in the current field about the philosophy of life and other things. Just as Jared was about to make his final step towards the flailing windmill man, he stopped, dead in his tracks. The entire Skeptic Seven stopped what they were doing. Even the sheep paused their intellectual debate to see what was about to happen. Jared's body began to twitch violently. He grabbed at his hair. "No! No! Not now! Please, no, not here!" he cried. "OMG! What is it?" cried V. The next few moments would be forever burned on the combined consciousness of the Skeptic Seven. It is very difficult to put into words the terrible and hideous metamorphosis that appeared before them. Whoever's written this hasn't written it down, but basically what happened is that Jared sort of grew in size and kind of reddish, brownish hair, curly hair, sprouted out of his head, and he went through a lot of agony, it seems. I don't know why they missed that out, but "No!" screamed Jared. His voice had suddenly become a lot deeper. The rest of the Skeptic Seven watched on in stunned silence. For now, the world knew of Jared's secret identity. He could no longer hide it anymore. He was in fact Heather from EastEnders. "But I thought Heather was dead," cried Kieran, in disbelief. "I was dying," said Heather / Jared, "but my conscious mind passed into the nearest available person," which just so happened to have been Jared. "Well, that changes things," said Poric. "I know," said Heather. The flailing windmill man had been momentarily distracted, but now he's making his final attack towards Caleb. "No!" said Caleb, because as we all know, that's how Caleb speaks. "I'll save you!" cried Heather / Jared. Heather staggered across to the flailing windmill man, picked him up by his throat, and flung him so far that he travelled right round the world. Heather / Jared seemed to have used up all her energy and slowly transformed back into the normal Jared. "Sorry about that, guys," said Jared. "Hope it's not a bit awkward with me being Heather and stuff." No, said the rest of Skeptic Seven together. From that day on, no one else need know the terrible secret of how Jared was in fact Heather from EastEnders. And that's the end of the epic tale of Skeptic Seven. Oh yeah, we probably shouldn't have told you about the whole Heather. Just pretend you didn't hear that, really. this book never happened. Yeah. So this is Poric signing out for another week of Skeptic 7. See you next Sunday.